Today we're working on something a little bit different. Drum roll, please. An S15 Silvia. In my opinion, this is a perfect example of a street style S15. It's got the big lip chrome VSKFs, red Recaro reclinable seats, got us a Momo wheel, some shirts tucked in goodies. Overall, extremely clean interior. SR20 DET engine. This thing is the coolest. What do you think, Dingo? Now you're probably asking yourself, Alex, what more could you do to this car? It's got everything. Well, there's one thing that it doesn't have, and that's a receiver hitch on the rear here. Now I've somehow become the dude to put receiver hitches on imported Japanese vehicles here in San Antonio, and I'm okay with that. I've done one on a R34 Skyline, R33 Skyline, and now we're gonna do one on this S15. So we've got a few things here to make this happen. We picked up this standard receiver tube. I have these little dealios that I made. These are gonna replace where the factory bumper support would mount into the back of this thing. We got some 1.5" round tubing, we got some 2" square tubing, and then we got this basket. So what I'm going to do is pop this rear bumper off and get started making the mounting points so that we can put that receiver tube onto this car so we can slip this basket onto the back of this thing. So after getting these in here, I'm beginning to realize that we don't have a ton of room behind this bumper. I mounted it up on there and I looked up in here and you've only got like, you know, maybe 2 fingers width before you're touching the inside of the bumper there. So I don't think square tubing is going to work with us. We're going to have to use round tubing, which is no big deal. We'll make it fit in there nice and snug. You can kind of tell the contour of the back of this. I'm just going to throw a couple bends in a straight piece. And hopefully they land on either of those. And then we can attach, could figure out how we're going to attach these two things together. But first, let's get some tubing on the back of this thing. All right, it's looking pretty good there. I think we're gonna have to trim out the bumper here, fit the receiver hitch, and we're also doing a jack point on the back here. But yeah, everything fits, so that's good. So we got a rough mock up here, looks pretty good. Just wanna make sure that I've got plenty of room between whatever he's gonna have on here, wheels, tools and stuff, that it doesn't hit the back of the car. This looks pretty good. I might try to bring it in just a little bit closer. With the bumper on, I can't push this any further forward, but I'm gonna try to get this up under the bar as much as I can. So we're gonna have to trim this thing down quite a bit longer than what we need. Get that thing trimmed up and pull this bumper off, maybe scoot this forward, I don't know, an inch or two maybe, and we'll be rocking.